Hello guys, this is Void Spawn What Ifs. This is going to be my second episode for What If Deku was Gaster. So anyways, let's begin. In the last episode, Deku got some of his abilities, not all of them, and he's currently traveling to Tokyo. Now then, let's start, shall we? As Deku is traveling to Tokyo, he sees several people bullying a girl. As he goes there, he sees, well, let's say that she's gonna be called Ariel. She's also a skeleton. A skeleton which will have similar powers to him, although not completely. And also she looks different. And well, after he goes there, those guys try and attack him. Several of them had quirks. One of the quirks was skin hardening, although not to the extent like Kirishima can. And then, let's see, the second guy, let's say that his quirk was that he can breathe out fire. And the third guy, let's just say that he has a power to throw in a powerful disc around of energy. As Deku goes there, he uses his green hand to block the energy disc, which the third guy went, because if I didn't mention this in the last episode, the green arm has two properties. It can both do a shield and can also heal people. Now then, as the fight rages on, shall we say, the other guy, which can harden, tries and go attack Deku. He is met with two Gaster blasters firing down on him. And well, let's just simply say that he did not survive that one. Now then, the second guy, after he sees seen what happened to one of his mates, he starts to run. Deku isn't having any of it. He uses his red hand and simply puts a hole right through his body. He flops down, and there you go. The second one is there. The third one at this point is extremely scared. Not scared, let's say terrified. He's extremely fucking terrified. And well, as all of that goes on, he also tries to run. Not a smart move, because this time it wasn't Deku who killed him, it was other Ariel. And her main choice of attacks is that she can, let's say, she can create bone weapons and she can control them, like flying around. She summons in a bone spear and simply pierces him. Now then, at that point, Deku goes to Ariel and asks her if she's fine. She is fine, that's what she says. And then, after that, both of them together go to Tokyo. Now then, currently Deku has 9.5 years, and Ariel is 10 years old. Let's do a jump skip to, let's say, 1 year before the start of the anime. So both of them, Deku currently has 14 years, while Ariel has 15. Both of them were able to test out their powers, and, well, Ariel has now gotten more proficient with her own quirk, and Deku can now summon two more of his hands. The purple hand, being one of the most, well, powerful ones he has on his disposal, can project powerful, well, how did I say this? Powerful purple energy spikes. And he can also use it to swap out for his red energy to make it a bit more deadlier, although the strain on his body is rather large. And the fourth hand he acquired was the yellow hand. The yellow hand allows him to project small energy orbs, which he can detonate on command. So it's rather useful. And that is how it basically goes. Both of them keep training until one day they decide to go to a mall. Of course, both of them being skeletons, they're easily spotted. Especially the fact that several heroes try and go there to bully them, but let's just say that they simply go to a different area. A back street, shall we say. The three heroes which follow them go ahead and try to mug them. And well, what happens next? All three of them die, rather easily. Although with Ariel sustaining an arm on one of her legs. And well, actually no wait, let's say that two of them died and one of them was able to escape, barely, as he was the one who broke Ariel's leg. Now then, Deku would have wanted to go on, after him, but Ariel was hurt. So he simply went ahead and tried to heal her the best he could, and after that he took her somewhere else. The third hero contacted the Hero HQ. So everybody was on the lookout for two skeletons, one female and one male. And well, as all of that was simply going on, nobody truly did know where they went. Until eventually, let's say 2 months after, Eraserhead and several other heroes are able to jump in through an old warehouse. They find Deku and Ariel there. Deku uses his now, currently, 11 Gaster blasters to fire at them, although they are still not at their full power. Yet. And is able to take down several of the heroes. While Aizawa tries to erase his quirk, it doesn't really work, because both Deku and Ariel don't have pupils in which he can, well, look at them, to erase them. And well, after that he realizes that they're in a bad situation, because already 4 heroes are dead and several are severely injured. Now then, at that point Ariel and Deku simply choose to run off, because they know that more and more and more heroes are going to be coming to their location, along with police, so it really wasn't that good for them to stay there for long. And well, as all that was going on, somebody was watching them. That somebody being All For One. The infamous villain, yes. I'm finally putting him here. And well, he tries to contact them. He gets Kurogiri to open a portal right beneath them so that they could fall in and be teleported to wherever he is. The only problem being Deku's quirk, Voidbringer, doesn't exactly allow him to go through portals. And well, as he slowly does descend into it, something happens. Both him and Ariel, which was holding onto him because, well, let's say she has a bit of a crush on him. As they fall into that portal of Kurogiri, they do not get sent back to All For One. Instead, they get sent to a pitch black place. Nobody knows where it is, and well, if you haven't noticed yet, that is the void. And simply as that is going on, they do not know how to leave it, and they do not know how long they will be there. Everything that they know is that both of them are currently trapped inside of it. With both of them being skeletons, they do not need, well, anything to drink or eat, or not even air. And well, simply as that was going on, Kurogiri didn't teleport them back, which was extremely confusing for both him and All For One. But they simply accepted it. They must have done something. He would send more of his goons after them. And just like that, we get to the start of the anime. Of course, because Bakugo didn't have Deku to bully or anything like that to keep his ego in check, Bakugo is even more of a cunt than he was in the original, in the anime. And well, just like that, All Might doesn't save. that is, All Might saves Bakugo when the sludge villain attacks, who instead of going after Deku in that tunnel, he just immediately went to the mall, which was nearby where Bakugo was. And just like that, All Might went ahead and saved Bakugo. And that's when Bakugo sort of got his personality order in check, because, well, that is his ego in check. Since, of course, he couldn't do anything against the sludge villain. And, well, after that, All Might offers to train Bakugo, to see if he could go on the right path again. And, well, as they're training, 6 months. 6 months later, Bakugo has gotten all one for all. He can use, let's say, 17% of it, because his body is rather ripped and he can control more than Deku could when he was originally like that. And due to some unknown behaviors, Bakugo was able to also use Deku's full cowling, although it's not full cowling anymore, it's sort of like full bombing, shall we say, since it with Bakugo. But anyways, they finally go into UA. He passes the entrance exam with the highest score and goes into 1A, with the only difference being that Mineta isn't there. And Togata and also the wine-haired girl, which was a part of 1B in the anime, which both of them were, they simply went to classroom 1A. Togata being the one who can copy quirks, and the wine-haired girl simply could use her hair to make shields and all that other jazz. And let's see. Deku and Ariel are still in the void, but a bit different, because the void is actually aging them much faster. And, well, simply putting it, they're being more and more deformed by it. But in this case, both of them receive a power-up. Gaster, because of the void's influence, they sort of fuse together. That is, the main aspect which they have, their souls sort of fuse together. Like 20% of the Ariel soul went to Gaster, and 20% of Gaster's soul went to Ariel. So, Gaster could now summon, instead of swords or spears, he could summon bones. Extremely sharp bones, but still bones. While Ariel could now summon at maximum 5 Gaster blasters and 2 hands, that being the green hand and the blue hand, which was used for telekinesis. Something which even Deku didn't have, and he was a bit surprised by it. And well, simply as all of that went ahead, both of them were aged rapidly, meaning that when they finally got out of the void, at, let's say, the USJ attack. Yes, that sounds good. Although they did not teleport there, that was simply at the time when the USJ attack was going on. They teleported in the middle of Tokyo. All of the people there, heroes and police, could simply see a black portal open up and 2 skeletons jump out of it. Needless to say, the heroes immediately thought that they were villains. They went ahead and attacked them, but due to the power-up both Ariel and Gaster had, this was a bit easy for them to take care of, with Deku's current arsenal being somewhat like this picture, as you can see, although he could not use his blue hand yet. Just swap it in for his purple one. And well, just like that was going on, the heroes were slowly but surely taken care of. So were the police and the rest of them. Endeavor, Best Genius, and several of the other tomb-breaking heroes went ahead and tried and started fighting with both Deku and Ariel. Needless to say, They didn't manage to capture them, but they drove them away. As now both Ariel and Deku could use teleportation. Although not teleportation, more like a hole through time and space, as they could simply go through the void to get to a new location. And well, just like that, I believe that is a good way to end the episode. Anyways, see you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and see you tomorrow.